Hey, and welcome to the Coming Strength and Fitness Fitcast. I'm Jill, coach and owner of CSNF, and I'm here along with my team to take your fitness experience to a new level. In each episode, we'll bring you helpful conversations with our coaches, members, and guests to provide additional value to your gym experience and understanding to our mission at CSNF to change lives through fitness. Hope you enjoy the episode.
Welcome back to the CSNF Fitcast, everyone. We're going to just jump right into things. Before we do, I want to introduce you to our guest. If you read the name of this episode title, you already know that the man in the studio is the one and only Bobby Cannon, Michael West, Michael Knight, actually Michael Mendelssohn. Michael, in 30 seconds, why the heck did I just say those three names?
Yeah, in 30 seconds or less, that was the progression of my radio names through the years when I was actually on the radio for about 15-ish years.
So you are a member at Coming Strength and Fitness, but we were just chatting before we started recording that you were on the radio for 15 years, and those were your radio names, and that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
Bobby Cannon.
Yeah, started with Bobby Cannon. Actually, the last name was DC on a rock show that we syndicated across the country.
We could have an entire episode about that. We already talked about it for 10 minutes, but that's not the purpose of this conversation. Let's go towards the purpose of this conversation. Before we do, Michael, for the people who are like, hey, Michael Mendelssohn is a new name to me, paint a picture of all things you in about 60 seconds.
Wow. That could be a lot. So I've always been an athlete. I was heavy into triathlons. What I love about that, I love about CrossFit, the fact that it's almost impossible to master it all. There's always something to learn and grow. And I've always in my career worked hard at this idea that I can't push people to go harder on my team if I don't know what it's like to push myself past those limits.
That's good.
So I train to see what that's all about. And that's why I love CrossFit. I'm new to Coming Strength and Fitness. I'm not new to CrossFit. I have my level 1 certification online. I'm married 17 years to my wife, Jenny. And we have 2 girls. Gracie is 14 and Stella is 12. And one is very theatrical and one is very athletic.
Hey, that was under 60 seconds.
Awesome.
I'm impressed.
Thank you.
And what do you do for a living?
So I'm an agency recruiter at State Farm. So I'm a corporate State Farm employee, and I work with individuals who want to learn about becoming a State Farm agent, and I help them.
Beautiful. Beautiful. So everything you just said is not the point of this conversation, but I think it's always good to get context on who you're listening to. Michael, before we do, it has been an absolute joy and honor to have you here. I mean, you are an absolute rock star. You're a leader, and it's been really cool to see not just your influence, but impact already. So partly of that is we're going to talk about something really, really cool that you're doing. And I want to get as many people on board that want to participate as well. So I don't want to take the spotlight. Michael, take a couple minutes and talk to us about what you're doing here for a summer competition, ultimately through this organization called Rally. And then how it kind of started and where it kind of got to and what we're going to do. So kind of take a couple minutes and paint us this picture on what's going on. What are you doing?
Yeah, so Rally Foundation is here in Georgia, and they fund research grants for researchers who are working through treatments for children with cancer.
Okay.
And so obviously cancer knows no mercy. It can affect anybody at any time, not only adults, but also children. Obviously, you hear about adults a lot more than you would hear about the kids. And it's just as heartbreaking for anybody who goes through
despite
cancer,
the age.
despite the age. But you can only imagine as a parent, what it would be like if your child was then diagnosed with cancer.
Yeah.
And so the first thing that happens is the treatments that adults have are not necessarily conducive to the treatments children need. They are very hard and abusive on a young person's body.
Sure.
So Rally is working on researching treatments that are better for children because in some cases the treatment alone does more damage than the cancer would do.
Yeah.
And so Rally is a nationwide organization. It is a highly recognized 501(c)(3), a great group of people. And when I learned about Rally a couple of years ago, it just, again, as a father and
athlete and
an athlete and the whole
community member,
that I always, and I remember back to my South Florida days in triathlon, I always wanted to compete, not for the sake of competing, yes, and to push, but I always wanted it to be about something more than that. I always wanted it to be a bigger cause or a bigger thing that I would wear on my back, kind of like when we do Murph, right?
Sure.
It's a bigger thing than just doing Murph. It's the honor of doing that on behalf and remembering individuals.
Great analogy.
So that's become a very passionate cause for me, and because so little funds governmentally are steered towards childhood cancer, it's like a 96-4 relationship. 96% of all dollars go to adult work and research versus 4% for children.
Wow.
And probably the most powerful thing and sad thing, last year on average 46 kids every school day were diagnosed with cancer. Dang. And unfortunately that number now has gone up to 47.
Dang.
And so my theme this year is around that no more 47 and really around doing my part and using the Summer Classic event as a vehicle to stand up and support these children and their parents and their families and all of the individuals who have been impacted by this disease and use the event as a test of will and strength and courage and passion, and then be able to generate funds and awareness for Rally Foundation. So great charity, rallyfoundation.org. You can learn all about them. They have Rally Kids who we've been able to meet before. And the folks that run that charity are highly recognized for their fiscal responsibility. And, one of the things that sometimes people worry about with nonprofits is, well, how much money goes to the nonprofit versus the expenses of running the nonprofit.
Sure.
And Rally has even won and been designated with several awards because of their fiscal management.
Wow.
So now I think it's 96. I could be a little bit off, but about 96 cents of every dollar goes directly to Rally, the foundation as well. So
that's phenomenal.
Yeah, so I really, so they're definitely the thing that I love to support, and I've just fallen in love with taking this yearly opportunity to raise money for them.
Michael, that is very notable, honorable, inspiring. I mean, everyone wants to, like you said, connect to something bigger and better than yourself. And I think this is such a practical way because we're all looking for that, those opportunities. So let's say someone's listening that is outside of our day-to-day context of the gym. Let's say it's a friend of mine, friend of yours, somebody in the community, just a business leader, that they don't really know what is the Summer Classic, what are we doing? Paint us a picture on like what is going on. So the Summer Classic is a CrossFit competition here at the gym, and what we are going to do, or you are pioneering, but we're going to together basically raise funds for Rally through the vehicle of our CrossFit competition. Tell us a little bit more detail on what that's going to look like.
Right. So again, the number 47 is my key number this year. We are, as of yesterday, or Monday, 47 days out from June 18.
Yes.
Right. So what I'm working towards over the next 47 days is to hit our fundraising goal, which I've set at $25,000. And every year it's gone up when I've done this fundraising. And then it will culminate in performing in the event, the Summer Classic, as, again, that testament and that opportunity to stand up for these kids who maybe are unable to stand up and fight through that,
right,
and bring awareness and, hopefully sacrifice, my own sacrifice to the table, because it's, again, a bigger purpose and to do that kind of good in the world. So thankfully, you and the leadership here at Coming Strength and Fitness has been great and has given me this tool that I can use as a catalyst.
Yes.
And then, timing, what it is uniquely, when by the time I contacted Rally, got all the permissions, that I wanted to get from you all to make sure you were comfortable, and from Rally, here we were at like 49 days, and then here we are at 47, and
wow,
we're ready to go. So there's a couple things. Fundraising, obviously, can be done through my website, which is attached. It's not mine. It's Rally's site. It just has my name on it. So we can share that, I'm sure, in the comments and give that link to the fundraising link. if you are an athlete, and it's not required to participate, but if this would speak to somebody else and they're like, hey, I'm going to do that event. I'd like to raise some money as well. Then I can help them with that and give them a fundraising page. And if not, this again is my vehicle to do this event, and whatever money we raise, we'll obviously go to Rally. The other thing that I do every year, and we just finished the designs now, is that we're going to have some merch as well. So one of the ideas I had a couple of years ago was to sell my own shirts to donors. And so some folks, they want a token to say, hey, I'm standing with you.
Sure.
In year one, I actually put everybody's names on the back of my shirts.
I love that.
That was a long list of names. So then I moved to, okay, let's go do a donor shirt.
Yes.
And then I have an online store, and we can put the link up for that as well. And I'm just building out that merchandise right now. But they look really cool. You've seen the mock-ups. I have them for athletes, and then I have them for donors. We have 3 different designs and a bunch of different colors. And men's and ladies and unisex T-shirts that I'll have up and running, so on and so forth. So you can get involved anywhere that you could hear this podcast, because you can go online and order that merchandise, or you can go online and make a donation. And listen, even if you are not going to do the Summer Classic, but you're inspired by this and you want to do a burpee challenge, or you want to do a running challenge or push-up challenge, hey, go for that. I mean, if you... It's all about raising money, and whichever way that you want to go raise it, I'm all for that, and I can, again, help you with a fundraising page.
So for the people listening, they don't need to necessarily be a part of the event or compete in the event, where we're going to use that as the big community event to really raise awareness and support and donors, and they can even donate on site during that competition. But pretty much leading up to that, we're just looking to create as much awareness and as much talk around this cause so that we can just start donating towards this cause. So they can either just donate monetary value, or they could purchase a shirt and all the net proceeds will go towards it as well. So they can, if they want to compete and wear the athlete shirt, maybe a team of 2 want to actually, that's their like weekend shirt to compete in, or the donors that are like, hey, I'll just donate $100 or $200 and they actually get the donor shirt. So they can get the shirt or not, but that's through your site is what you said?
Right. So a couple of years ago, I set up an online site in order to help manage this. It was kind of my first go around it, trying to manage, print on demand and these things. So, so I created the URL. It's called gainsandgoals.shop. So it's Gains, Gainz, the word and then goals with an S.shop.
Gainsandgoals.shop.
And you'll see there's some other stuff up there that I've built over the years. And,
sure.
Even stuff for my daughter and all the volleyball parents, because she's a volleyball player.
Sure.
But I have made something. It's under the No More 47. So, again, 47 is my theme. 47 is on the shirts. That's the number that we're trying to eradicate, because if we can get that number closer to 0, we're making strides in the right direction.
That's amazing. Michael, when you pitched this idea, I was like, yes, 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 and yes, because it's fun to do a community event at a gym just to see the camaraderie, the community come together, push yourself to the max. But to add a cause like this on top of that, I really think takes to the next level. And like you said, connecting to something bigger than yourself always gives us purpose, gives it meaning. Yeah. So I appreciate you pioneering and spearheading this. So practical action steps for people, let's say someone's listening that's not in the gym, someone's listening to the gym. What can anyone do to participate from here?
So very simple things. One, again, if you have the wherewithal, I don't care if it's a penny or it's a million pennies, every cent makes a difference to these children.
Hey, we'll take a million pennies if someone wants to donate those.
Right, absolutely. And every cent gets us closer to these research funds, right? Because without the research, we can't reduce that 47 number. So simplest thing for you is to donate, you can. It's fundraise.rallyfoundation.org. fundraise.rallywithmichael. So that's my URL,
Gotcha.
fundraise.rallyfoundation.org.
And you don't have to remember those. We will link those so people can just click
Yeah.
on them. So
/rallywithmichael. The other thing, of course, if you like gear, I love getting gear in the gym. And I love when I was able to see other athletes wearing the gear because I knew we were unified in that
Yes.
sense of community.
Yes.
Then again, gainsandgoals.shop.
Yep.
I've played like with 60 different URLs
Sure.
lately for the sheer shop.
Sure.
But you can obviously go there. If you want to go out and ride 50 miles and make it a fundraiser, hey, again, you can go right to Rally. You don't even need me. You
Sure.
can reach right out to rallyfoundation.org and do totally your own thing, and they will take care of you. And obviously, if you are an athlete in the gym and you are participating in the Summer Classic and you want to get on board, I'd love to talk to you and help you with that. If you are a volunteer for the Classic and you want to get on board, I'm happy to help you with that. You talked about community and higher purpose, and one of the things that I really cherish the most about the gyms that I've been into, even when I've traveled and dropped into gyms where you walk in and the first thing they do is, hey, who are you? And you talk, and then like you do, they circle the room around
Right.
and say, hey, Michael's visiting from Georgia. Let's all
Right.
say hi. And everybody fist bumps and says
Yep.
hi. And, there's a question of the day and everybody laughs. And because you feel, even coming here, in the beginning, you feel like a fish out of water, right? There's people that know each other and have these great relationships. And here's this new person that
Yep.
shows up, right? So, the feeling that you're embraced really quickly. And then, you feel like, okay, hey, I have a home and I have a family. And for me, these families are the extensions of obviously my family. And even, our relationship directly, I think
Exactly.
has quickly become something that I'm very fond of. I look forward to seeing you and hanging out and other people here in the box as well. So to me, this is just such a great vehicle. And my love to compete and perform and really wanting to continue to move that dial forward in my CrossFit journey. So when I heard about this, the light bulb went off and I was like, yes, here it is.
Love
so
it.
It's a vehicle, but we're going to have a great time.
Yes.
And, we're going to do as much as we can do to fundraise for Rally Foundation. And most importantly, we're going to share fellowship and friendship and be together as a community.
Yes.
And yes, in any which way we can serve the higher purpose of Rally Foundation. Hey, and the other thing I'll share with you real quick is it's amazing over the last several years how many friends of friends of friends of so-and-so have a child
Yeah.
who Rally helped.
Yeah.
So much so, I even had a person that I don't even know online give me a vacation at Disney that his family decided not to use. He donated it to me to give the Rally for a Rally child
Wow.
to go. And I got to meet the child there because we happened to
Wow.
be there at the same time.
Wow.
And so that's just, earth-moving kind of thing. And I got to
Yes.
watch this little girl, just be enamored with, what is the magic of, being in Disney.
Wow.
So
that is special.
It really is, you see all the time these big things that happen and big money and big celebrities and big events. And, it's different when you're us, right? You're trying
That's a good point.
you're trying to bite the elephant with small bites, right?
Yeah.
So every penny is a step forward in the right direction. Hey, I'm so happy you're doing what you're doing. I support you, thinking about you. Hey, I'm going to train with you if you want me to. Or, every ounce of support, Alex, makes a difference, as you know. Because at the end, as humans, we want to feel connected not only with other people, but to things that matter to us and matter on our hearts and make a difference. And so
Wow.
that's me and this event and Rally Foundation and whatever I can do to support that and support, my family here and make a difference in the world and hopefully inspire other people. to take a risk or to go out there and do what you're passionate about, make a difference in that way, no matter what it is. I know we've got an incredible amount of faith leaders here. We have an incredible amount of volunteers here. We have an incredible amount of folks that give every day, right? So I just want to do my part to be a part of that.
Michael, this is inspiring. I am so glad that we captured this purpose, this essence on the podcast. When you're listening to it, it is at least May 16th or after. So we have right around a month, about 32 days until that. We're also going to have like a booth or a table just saying rally and just this at the event so that people can even just check it out there. And I will end with this, Michael, that while you were talking, I felt that I needed to participate in some way. Even though I am and we're joining together, like I want to do something for this as well. I wish I had $10,000, $5,000 to give, whatever, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm saying this bold, I'm saying this live, so I can't really take this back, but I feel very confident that I want to do a challenge with you, like underneath this, to all the money goes towards that $25,000 goal, that I will create my own like challenge to raise money for it. And what I will do is anybody who just donates, whether they buy a shirt or just makes a donation underneath, I guess, like Alex with Rally, I will do a burpee for every dollar that is donated. So, and again, let's say someone donates $500. I'm gonna do those in chunks.
Partition them?
Yeah, I'm gonna partition them. But let's say someone donates $100 here, $50 here, $100 here to make me specifically do burpees that are gonna go to a good cause. I will do that, and I will partition those for 30 days, and I will do as many burpees as it takes for people to donate more. But I will get that up and rolling, and I'll share that on all my pages, that if anyone wants to help donate or participate in this for really the remaining 32 days until we have the competition, I will gladly match a burpee to every dollar that is donated to target Alex to suffer for 32 days. So
that's awesome.
Maybe I can make a dent in that as well. So I want to do everything I can because I think this is such an inspiring feat. So does that sound
That's awesome.
reasonable?
That sounds awesome. I appreciate that. And it's always fun when, people get involved and start coming up with fun ways to make it different. And again, I think that's always been my theme as well, is to look for ways. It's hard, right? Economically, there are thousands of great causes. And no matter what you do to make a difference, you're doing the right thing.
Right.
And this is something that I believe in.
Yes.
And so trying to inspire people, I've done it in all sorts of ways. In the middle of the night, I've done things where for a certain level of donation, I would sing a song for somebody that you want me to sing a song to online at whatever time it is or whatever. And so, just trying to look for different ways, again, to inspire people, to make a difference. And your personal challenge is awesome. And so, my hope is that, you have to do 100,000 burpees. And the good news is you're in shape enough to do it.
I hope so and don't hope so at the same time, but I will chip away at them.
If you saw 100,000, I'd try to keep up with you the best way possible.
There we go. Maybe we can recruit some more people.
Right. We'll get all the coaches to partition it with you.
And maybe even halftime at the competition, I'll do 100, be like, hey, this is 100, my 100 personal dollars that will do it. But we'll make it work. But anyways, guys, this is all the time we have now because we just wanted to give you as much information and give you the vision of what we want to do with this amazing cause. So, Michael, thank you so much for being here, being a part of this. We want to spread the news. We want to share this word as much as possible. We will link in the comments, the notes, wherever you're viewing this, those different links that we talked about. And then also, if you want to make a donation straight to Rally, absolutely. And if you want to make me suffer, I will do that for an amazing cause for the kids as well. So, Michael, thank you. Any last minute words, or just see you on June 18th, 19th? And
looking forward to that. Super grateful to you and Jill and the whole team here at Coming Strength and Fitness. So thank you. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Absolutely. We will see you then. And until then, you guys are legends. We'll see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you for joining us today, friends. We hope you enjoyed this conversation and gained a greater understanding of the mission and vision of the CSNF community. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram under Coming Strength and Fitness, or hit us up on comingstrengthandfitness.com. See you next time.